Yo, what is going on, guys? Aspect Game once again. Today we're gonna craft a rocket. I've been putting this off, and I didn't even think I'd be doing it today. I thought I was gonna do it tomorrow, but I was like super tired all day today. But I kind of just had a burst of energy after 9 p.m. So it is what it is. So this is something that I have to do by Friday, because I don't know if it's been announced for viewers, but Friday we're gonna do a moon landing with everybody. That should be pretty cool. So to do that, we actually have to make the rocket. The recipes are, they are what they are, you know? I'm gonna try to auto-craft most of it. Like, let's start programming recipes. That's kind of the point of this. A little bit of a low-functioning day. We're gonna be doing some non-linear storytelling when it comes to the video later on. Because last night I was kind of like, I really wanted more aluminum, so I threw together a Lazulia, a Lazulia farm. Excuse me. But it's like, it's so slow. It's like extremely slow. So I'm working on a project now to do some infused seed farming to get faster lapis. But I don't want to finish that today because I'm not. I want to get this rocket finished first. It's like a must by Friday. So I'm gonna circle back around to that idea with some magic of video editing later. Thankfully, we have some free gear from Tofu Corp. Love to see that. That saves me some time of crafting all of these. Hello, 2Kit. Hello, Mixamitch. Welcome to the stream. Just doing an intro potentially for the video. I don't know if it'll be in the video or not. we need to make assemblers. Like a lot of them. These are forming press 24. Yeah, we can do that, I guess. This will help me later. Actually, it really won't. I have to undo these recipes anyways, probably. Whatever. I'm just gonna pattern the actual circuits in. I have a little bit of stuff left. Let's see how many of these I can get. I'm out of gold cable. I feel like I was making more of this. I need to automate more things. I'm hoping today will be just a chill stream that I just do some crafting in, and then it'll get edited to like 20 seconds in the video, which is not good for my goal of releasing the video every week. But I guess we'll see what happens. I guess we'll just do assembler 1. We're getting a lot of stuff. In assembler 1, and we don't have pattern expansion cards or parallels. So I have 25 channels in that main one. Fine. I probably need dense cable right here. Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome, Seabass. I think that's your name. Since I got these, we can color these cables too. That wasn't it. Should really go down a block. Where'd my quartz knife go? We definitely need an assembler 24 for cables. Could be this one. Oh no, what happened in Jetlag's base? That's not good. These are both gonna need interfaces like all over them, so we're gonna space it a block apart. I'm out of interfaces. At least titanium is like literally free. Sorry, I'm back. Distracted for a moment. Yo, why are my lights flickering in my house right now? That's not good. Not a good sign. Okay, so the angle for that's gonna be a super tank that I fill periodically for the moment. I want to make a big fluid storage area. Yeah, I want to use a lot of fluid P2P, and then there's these tanks that I've never used before. The Yo tanks. The Yo, what's going on, guys? Tanks. But apparently they're not that great in HV, but they look cool in my opinion. But they like scale up really strong. If you want like a ton of fluid storage, I guess. I never used them before, so I think it'd be cool to build a little something around it. Yeah, for now we're just gonna go grab a bunch of stuff to fill that with. I thought I finished the roof over here. I guess I forgot to. I'm like, what happened to this roof? Am I lagging or what? That's not good. Is my stream okay? Okay on the OBS. I dropped some frames. Maybe that was just had a lag spike. I don't know. Oh, we're back now. Hi, Nazar. How's work? It's been very busy. I'm tired. I could tell a story from my work today. We've been dealing with a problem at one of my plants. Like, what they do essentially is they dispose of gas cylinders, compressed gas cylinders with residual gases in them. So at this plant, there is sort of like a backlog of cylinders to go through, and they're stored like just outside underneath like a shed, basically. And there's like hundreds of them. So, like a year ago, about I noticed that there were some cylinders in there that had retest dates. Every 5 years, you need to do a ultrasonic thickness test, basically, on a cylinder to determine if its wall thickness is acceptable for reuse. Well, for residual cylinders, they can just leave them go because they're not going to reuse them. And these ones were there since 2001. I was born in 1999, so they're almost as old as I am. And they're filled with hydrofluoric acid, anhydrous hydrofluoric acid. So what happens when hydrofluoric acid sits in a cylinder that long? It reacts with the carbon steel in the walls of the cylinder, and it forms hydrogen gas and then an iron fluoride compound. I don't know exactly what it is, but from what I was reading, that's what it does. But there was a study done because a similar incident happened in another plant years ago. But they can gain like 400 psi of pressure every year under like bad circumstances, and essentially make like a 10,000 psi rocket. And we were wondering if we had that situation on our hands. So some of the tests that we did to try and see if that is the case is we took like a thermal imaging like IR gun, and we looked at the cylinders, and because it was cold out last night, it was warmer out today, you could see the liquid level in the cylinders. So thankfully all of them except for two of them were completely residual, like a few inches of liquid. That's a good situation because the liquid has less surface contact with the cylinder, and then it has less time to react with the cylinder walls. You also have a higher headspace, so if it is reacting with the walls, it's doing it in a lower amount, and there's a higher headspace for the pressure to bottle up in. The ones that are like halfway full, there's only a couple of them. You can see that the wall integrity of them looked a bit worse than the other ones, and essentially when there's a small amount of headspace, the pressure has a smaller volume to build up in, and there's more surface area of the hydrofluoric acid attached to the carbon steel. So we did some ultrasonic thickness testing on the cylinders. We did not move them. If we're gonna move them, we need to have like a blast shield or something, like a forklift with like armor. It's gonna be insane. But we did an ultrasonic thickness test, and one of them was less than one tenth of an inch thick of carbon steel between a bomb and us. So if I didn't notice this, nobody would have. So now they're trying to like escalate it a bit more to like get more safety guys in, bring in some other companies that have very specialized work to potentially try to deal with them. But don't let shit fester, like if you got a problem and you want to put it off and you don't want to deal with it, don't be afraid to ask for help. That's the moral of the story. If you don't, then you're creating a bomb and nobody knows that you're doing that. That's fun. I had a fun day at work. Yo, aspiring engineer, you just missed my talk about what I was doing at work today. You should rewind if you want to hear it, but there are some insane situations going on at my plant. Hello, Nine. Essentially, I have to deal with cylinders of hydrofluoric acid that may or may not have been left to suffer for 20 years straight. And also, it's recommended by like safety manuals if you're storing hydrofluoric acid long term, you're supposed to burp the cylinder occasionally. And by that, they just mean slightly open it up and vent it off. Otherwise, you're building up a hydrogen headspace in the cylinder. So that's awesome that they didn't do that. Bombs are fun though. Kind of true, kind of not. Because I'm the one that has to deal with it or come up with a plan to deal with it. One potential solution we floated was to like do a controlled demolition and explosion of them. Like if you put them in a if we stand in a bunker and we like control detonate them, that'd be amazing. But I don't think they want to do that per se. Yeah, that's what we're dealing with at in aspect engineering IRL. I have been tired, to say the least, from work. I'm trying to catch up now. I want to get this rocket crafted so I'm at least ready for Friday. I also kind of just want the peace of mind of having it finished because I keep worrying about it not having it finished, but I'll get it done. I like making the arrow point down. I'm gonna make the arrow point down on these. It might actually matter. I don't know if it would try to input to the JSON interface or if it's smart enough to not do that. Alright, so these all require like triple compressed plates. That's what we're gonna be using this bender for. It's gonna take a while. I'm glad it's not anything like that in my career, J-Skip. Yeah, there's pros and cons to what I do. I wish I made a little bit more money for what I do, because if I'm the one dealing with this shit, there better be a little bit more in it for me. But it's like it's interesting. It's really fun when you have like all the smartest people in the facility together in the same meeting trying to figure something like that out. That's what I enjoy like a lot. Am I patterning these? I guess I can. There's no reason not to. Where does this go? It goes in the assembler. I have to manually add that stainless steel liquid, but it's okay. As long as it does most of the thinking for me, then I'm happy. All right, now we just need a way to connect this. I should put these cables to be covered as well. Actually, this should all go upstairs now because the guy that's handling the Circuit 24 is now upstairs. Honestly, I could remove this assembler and steal it for the upstairs as well. All the smartest people in the room staring at an old HCl cylinder. It's not HCl, it's hydrofluoric acid. It's HF, fluorine. That it's way worse. Old HCl is nothing to deal with. HCl is actually really easy to get rid of because you can cold coil transfer it. I forget how it works, but if you look that up, it's a thing. What is the percent on the HF? It's pure. We have distillation towers at our plant that purify hydrofluoric acid, that purify fluorine to 100%. Hydrofluoric acid is our raw material for a lot of products. It's kind of insane. We literally pressurize it up and pump it around the facility. What convenient P2P tunnel. What are you doing? Yeah, I'll tie into that. I think I'm gonna fill this up really fast, but really, if I only need a tier 1 rocket right now, I can deal with that problem later. I had a really funny idea that I don't know if it would work. I don't know why it wouldn't work, but I'm throwing transvector interfaces, like putting ME interfaces around those, and then like proxy moving the items or something. It's gonna take forever to go. We'll do 4 each. I've been noticing that the machines take a long time to wake up in this server. I don't know if it was like that in my single player world, but I feel like the machines take like an eon to actually like start moving and like doing things. I think I need to program triple plates. Yeah, I didn't do that yet. Hey, looks good. All my TNT's in a barrel. This stuff is really good for digging, by the way. It's like a very controlled explosion, actually. Much unlike the explosion that may or may not be happening at my work at some point. Nah, it's like, we're not gonna explode. We're good. I need 32 stainless to be melted down. Those plates. I'm listening to the Rabbit and Steel soundtrack right now. People were really like excited to see that song or the song that I put in it in my video. I thought it was more niche than that. I thought people would not even know what it was. This should probably be blocking mode, just that we don't accidentally put stuff in here we don't want. The bottleneck's gonna be this bender by a lot, but at least it is not. At least I'm not doing it manually. Let that run. What can we do in the meantime? There's a bunch of random junk. What is it? I forgot about this. This pressed alloy. Make those. Yeah, people do recognize the music pretty easily. For me, I even like I mix the music a little bit louder because I feel like it's like something I really enjoy and I find important to the video. It's like it sets the tone all the time. Okay, this is an annoying recipe. Yeah. I am gonna fill up the implosion compressor with like a million recipes. I don't even know. A multiple of 4 of these is good because how many of these do I need? I'll tell to do one of these. I don't know how many of these. I'm not gonna need this that often. Press coal. Okay, bud. Sometimes you let the music tell a story for a few minutes without any narration. That's a very radical decision for nowadays YouTube, but I find it interesting. Carbon ingot. I've never seen that one before. Useful. Okay. So we'll let all this stuff cook up. It'll take it a little bit to finish the plate bending, but that's fine because it's automated. How's the oil proc? Going well right now. I don't know if it's running at the moment. I actually found a really insane way to generate oil that is infinite and like significantly faster than the bees, which I might be switching to. I mentioned it earlier, but I'm working on a project with infused seeds right now. And from my creative world that I'm testing things on, which I accidentally bricked by the way, so I don't even have that world anymore. I didn't have a backup. So I downloaded my backup that I had uploaded. It was the vacuum nuke video. But you can create infused seeds that make soul sand, and it gives you a stack of them. You can get like literally a stack of soul sand, but like per second. And if you parallel it all, you just massively increase it. And then each soul sand's 200 oil. The steel multi-block compressor, not compressor, centrifuge does a good enough job. And you can put like, if I can spam like a ton, like 8 of them if I wanted to, because I mean, it's just steel. And steel is pretty free for me at the moment. So I'm kind of cooking a like Thaumcraft oil proc system, which I'm sure it's not original. More people are being put onto infused seeds lately, but I think I'm gonna try to get rid of the bee system because even though it's very strong, it does use a bunch of power. Yeah, it's like maybe like 5 HV amps to do that, which could be 0 if I just did it all with infused seeds. So we're cooking something. And honestly, like consistently upgrading power gen like that is more interesting, I think, than just setting and forgetting it at once, because it kind of like shows the evolution over time and iteration on an improvement on it. And also, if it's Thaumcraft related, that should be pretty cool. I want to like I need to work in the system a little bit more to create like sort of like a cell system where I'll have like a bunch of different infused seeds on a line, but like once they reach a certain level, even like a level emitter kind of thing, they'll turn off one by one. Like other ones will still be able to run. Like I'll be able to turn off like the lapis seed that if I wanted to. But I'll keep the soul sand seed running, for example. It's like unnecessary. Like, I could just build more systems, but I don't know. It's gonna be cool, and I think I'll do it this weekend probably. My plan for this weekend has to be today finish the rocket. Tomorrow, um, tomorrow I'm gonna be doing, I guess, like whatever I can before the moon launch. Maybe I'll work on the infused seed project. Then Friday's the moon day. Probably like an hour or two event. I don't know. I want to, maybe I'll grab moon villagers for blood magic. And then I'm gonna do the infused seed project. I'm gonna edit it and see if it's like a 15 to 20-minute video. I had to, she used LV centrifuge instead of HV for the bezel. I'm pretty sure I needed HV. I could have made a lot of LV ones. I also could have just made the big steel ones that run on Steam. But based on what I figured out, I think I'm going to tear this down soon and rebuild it with the Thaumcraft oil proc, oil gen. Might be interesting. I'll send you the stuff I found out in DMs later, probably. Oh, Nizar, you found me in episode 6 of GTNH. That's been a while. It's like a year now. Kind of insane. Hope you're doing better now. Crafting ingots now. Let's go see how it's doing. Nice. Yeah, there's the acid gens and the quicksilver thing. I don't think I'm gonna be doing that. I'm gonna go for oil proc from infused seeds though. Because coming up on EV, we'll be able to make the large combustion gen. So we can use the power for these, which is quite good. It's not like great, but they're fine. And the good news is they're made out of titanium, which we have like so much of. We don't know what to do with it right now. Which I should keep. I need to keep up with moving it. I do want to pattern or like automatically move it to a vac freezer at some point, but for now I'm moving it manually. Also, I probably have to run this for a few minutes. I mean, we just get so much titanium. So much for this point in the game. It's amazing. Okay, let that roll. Let me make sure I have Stabloy. I didn't actually check. Yeah, we have a lot left. Why did I hear an explosion? That sounded different. Oh, that was the implosion compressor. That's what I heard. The implosion compressor ran. That scared me. I should mute that thing. To be perfectly honest, that thing deserves to be muted. I'm not letting that happen again. Shut up. pretty cool. We're gonna have like a giant like window here or like open air to see like the thunderstorm. Kind of cool. Yeah, that explosion sounded real. I did not like the sound of that implosion compressor. I need to make a NASA workbench. I'm gonna go borrow some nether stars from the ducklings because they have like a barrel full of them, if I remember correctly from like Duck's stream. I think maybe it was like something Mass Ducks was doing. I'm not killing 9 withers right now. I don't have time for that. Why did I go to the portal? I haven't used this in a little while. You know, there was a button in OBS change stream latency 20 to 6 seconds. No. I don't think my latency is that long anyways. I noticed that people if you put my stream to a higher to 2x speed, it catches up. Yeah, take a screenshot of where that button is, and I'll see if that's what happens to me, but I don't know. But you can fast forward my stream and it will eventually catch up. Yeah, they have 8,000. They're not gonna miss a stack of nether stars. Still delay 20 seconds to 2x. Yeah, it doesn't have to be. I think my internet can handle it. 13 seconds. We got bro out with the stopwatch. I don't think 13 is bad, to be honest. I could see what I could handle if I try to lower it a little bit. Limit test it and see what happens. Our clean room hasn't needed maintenance yet in like a couple days. Your viewers do the same trick. I do it for like VTuber streams and like League of Legends streams. Oh yeah, this recipe is insane. I forgot about it. This is gonna annoy me real good. Alright, hopefully we have enough resources. I need an HV polarizer. Okay, good. I knew I made steel rods. I just wasn't sure. I'm missing a rod pattern. It will live. This is gonna be so troll having this in them with the assemblers because it looks exactly the same, but it isn't. It fits in. It's disguised. It's fine. Excellent. Problem solved there. Doesn't look exactly the same in modernity, just saying. You mean all the space? I think it looks great. I'm happy with my old ass textures. Oh, you mean the polarizer? For me, it blends in. So close to finishing excavation project. 10 hours of work gonna condense like 10 seconds in the video. I feel that. In my previous world, I was at the point where I was literally just like world editing to dig and stuff because like to me it just saves time. I don't really care if it's like some people think it's cheating, but it's literally allowed, so play the game your way. That's my opinion. Killing me with these recipes. Thankfully, I have a lot of that stuff already. I think I just used all my energetic alloy yesterday, and I said I was gonna make a beef for it. That's not happening right now. Let's start using some mixers. We need conductive iron. We have a lot of redstone alloy dust, but I'll still program it just because at some point we'll need to make more of it. I guess I'll use this recipe. Like a weird circuit though. What other mixer 14 circuit? There's two other ones. Dark steel has it, and this has it. Yeah, high key, we're not using that recipe. You'll probably change it later. I don't know if it's technically more efficient, but I'm not making a mixer for one recipe right now. And now can I request energetic alloy? We need a macerator. I'm just gonna break my macerator over here. Yeah, this is not gonna get used again. Whole system is done. I have two more channels for this. Polarizer will not need more. Aspirator might, low-key. Have I ever been invited to a public event by Mormons? No, not IRL. Maybe in Destiny. That's a joke that nobody's gonna get. Actually, I think 9 played Destiny. You had to play Destiny 2 vanilla, because that's when public events are like the best way to get your loot. Like everybody would just be like, "Yo, you want to run public events today?" And then that's all that it would be, is you would just run public events. It was horrible. It's crazy to learn absolutely nothing from your mistakes with your first game and just do it all again, but worse. Oh, Darren, how goes the Gregging? It's good. We're just chilling today. I didn't even think I would stream, but here we are. I'm in that era. Yeah, I'm a Destiny boomer. Oh, I need 2 more stainless. Let's melt down. Nice, the heavy duty plates are done. It's been so long I forgot about it. Yeah, that is an era that they would probably like you to forget about, to be honest. Killing me with these recipes. Dude, I keep thinking these ingots are not what they are. I grabbed 2 of them thinking they were stainless steel. Best decision made was the distance for after final shape. I mean, yeah, I had a great time though. They should just made a 3rd game. I don't know why they didn't. That was only like the conclusion to the 10-year plan and everything. So I don't know why they would not expect people to want a refresh. I feel like that wasn't hard to predict. I'm just a guy that plays games though, so I don't know. I don't make them. I'm pretty sure I made a lot of diamond lenses for Thaumcraft. I'm gonna go look for those. We'll just make a bunch of this red alloy rings. I don't have to worry about it ever again. Yeah, really, Greg Tech is like a replacement grind for like Destiny players. More fun. It's more rewarding. They don't delete your shit after. They don't delete parts of the game after a couple years. Like you feel like you actually own something a little bit more. I'm just gonna make a bunch of diamond lenses and we're gonna forget about it. True, so true. Okay, this is probably gonna murder the last of our circuits. The Star Wars theme expansion was pretty fun though. I mean, it looks. I mean, it's the game is good always, but I don't know, to me, it's kind of like whack. I don't like the idea of like a crossover event, given like the lore in the game and stuff. Computer monitors are nice to have. I don't know if I needed 16 of them right there though. What is holding up the energetic alloy? Waiting on mixer recipes. Do that last. I need to make some mainframes. I don't know if I had made these yet. I was gonna go like make a super overkill circuit craft, but I didn't end up doing that. Did I hook up the circuit assembler? Yeah, I did. Let me go look down here real quick. I'm just gonna grab a bunch of these for now. I'm just trying to think of the best way to move this stuff upstairs. It's probably like a bunch of storage buses. I just don't have them made right now. And I don't feel like doing that tonight. I literally told you to use the SMDs though, didn't I? That's crazy. I swear, when I shift clicked it, it was normal. Are you wrong thinking you're gonna miss the manual processing of ingots and dust if you hit the automatic stuff? Yeah, there is some part of me that enjoys the early game, like moving stuff around automatically is different. This is like the bulk of the game though, is automating stuff like this. So like get used to it basically. I gotta smelt the energetic alloy. Lagging again. Something might be wrong with my internet. I think I'm gonna time out again. Yeah, I did. Could be the server too, I don't know. There we go. Yeah, it's really satisfying to make big crafts, especially when your factory starts to get a bit more efficient. Like being able to just tell it, like, yeah, make me a fusion reactor is good. These ones I think need hydrogen to speed up, which I don't have in the EBFs yet. Okay, that will take a while. Okay, our first automated circuit craft. This is hype. Something's wrong. There's no soldering alloy. Okay, I think it's because we're out of tin, isn't it? A little bit. I need to go mining. Yeah, the early game gains from like getting your first bending machine, stuff like that is really good. This should be on blocking mode too. Did it mess up the recipe? I wasn't watching it. I was tabbed out for a minute. I think it made something else while I wasn't looking, as I didn't have blocking mode on. What is happening? Oh, look, they're switched. It should be 12 inductors and then 24 the other ones. They got me. Now it's working correctly. Okay, we're getting pillars now. Andesite pillar. I love andesite and diorite. To me, they still feel like new blocks, but I know they're like a decade old. Isn't that strange? So we grab our energetic alloy. I must make 2 frame boxes. That's a gear. Oh my god. Maybe we'll use that someday. This has no uses. We're just gonna smelt it. I just need 2 empty cells. Diorite's still a block that stumps you a bit when used for building. I love it. It's one of my favorite blocks just because of how like strange it is. In my like relatively short-lived Star Technology series, I was using it alongside these blue factory blocks, and it was one of like my favorite color palettes I had ever concocted. I'm gonna do another series in like a more modern version of Minecraft at some point. I'm gonna reuse that color palette. Okay, NASA bench is done. I gotta make 2 control computers. Yeah. Well, let's start knocking stuff off the list, I guess. Okay, these are quite annoying. Thankfully, we have auto crafting. Oh, let's go. He got it now, too. That's hype. I'm pretty sure we have steel firebox casing. Not that it's hard to make. Let's just make it. Instead of me looking for it for like 20 minutes in the chest. Okay. Assembler on 3. At least it's a quick recipe. Where'd the workbench go? How did I manage to join PS after launch? I was supposed to be in it originally, but I wanted to focus on music production. And then instead of doing that, I decided that I reached my goals in music production. So basically just asked to come back. The next logical step for my music production was to do commissions, and I hate doing commissions. So I stopped doing all that. And now I'm doing this. More fun. Need an assembler with no circuit. That's quite annoying. This is not as bad when you have applied energistics for sure. Usually you craft rockets without applied energistics. I need half of a molten ingot of stainless steel. They're off the list. So this lander, what does this need? Bunch of random junk. That's what it needs. Oh, I need more of the rocket engines just for the lander. I forgot about that. It's brilliant. Yeah, it makes much. I do know rocket usually now too. I skipped like the majority of them in single player. It's just not fun. Going to the planets is extremely boring, and there's way cooler stuff you could do to get those materials like meteors and stuff like that. See if we have any regular wafers left. I don't know if we do. Yeah, we do. We have a lot of them. For some reason, I have a bunch of good resources in here. Yeah, honestly, Galacticraft is one of the weak links of the pack, in my opinion, right now. Especially with the dungeons being as terrible as they are. Oh my god, it's so boring. Decompressed tin. Okay. I hope that I like literally have enough tin to do this because we're extremely low on it. I could just go mining, but really don't feel like it right now. Just want to get this done and be done with it. I knew I would fill this entire thing. I remember doing this previously. You really do fill the whole implosion compressor. I'm missing tin ingots. All right. Where did our laptop get to? I haven't had to use the thing in so long. Here it is. I feel like the Twilight Forest might have a vein nearby. Twilight Portal's gone. I keep a building? I think he is. He's holding a block currently. Isn't there a Twilight Portal at spawn? I feel like it might be gone by now, though. Yeah, I don't remember where it would have been. I could just make a new one for us real quick. Should be under the structure to hold another portal. I didn't see it. It might still be there. I'll just remake our own because that's the area I have generated anyways. Our portal used to be somewhere over here, but it got covered, got destroyed in the expansion process. Nice, it is linked to our old portal still. Guess I didn't have any. Makes sense because the Twilight Force is quite low and be rare. There's one over here. Is there an easy way to automate tin at this point? I guess bees, but you do bees. You do bees for tin. Get it infinite, so I have to worry about it like this ever again. All right, we get a lot of that, so by the time we need it again, I will go ahead and do bees. Almost 1 a.m. Yeah, it's getting late for me too. It's 11. Should be done soon. I'll see you, Darren. Yeah, I think that's everything for frequency module. Once everything finishes cooking, I'll grab my wafers. Yeah, I forgot about that recipe. That's a really unique recipe. The buggy seat, of course we do. I'm so lucky we had the perfect amount. DJ Mike's hello, how's the rocket coming along? We're close to the end. Have most of the stuff made already. Couple more things, and then we should be done. We can get this going. A lot of steel. Yeah. That's gonna use the compressed steel I was making already, so I have to request like 20 more of it. Hi Scala, how long we plan on staying in HV? I'm not sure. We haven't talked about it yet. I'd guess maybe like a couple more weeks. I don't know. We don't want to advance like too quickly because like I want to build stuff at spawn and all that, but I need to use my free time to advance in the game. So it's a discussion needs to be had. See what we land on. We need at least a couple more heavy duty plates. Oh, I knew this was gonna happen. Alright, it's okay. We get to autocraft them now. Yo, why does it always reset the SMDs? Need more of those. Okay, we can autocraft circuits in a semi-automated way. You shift, scroll mouse, and the pattern terminal, select the other option. I don't know, I never tried that. You can, that is not intuitive. Canisters are done. Another thing off the list. So not much left. We got the lander to finish. See what I'm missing. I'm gonna need 10 more heavy plates. I think only 10. I'm just gonna melt down like a bunch more stainless in case I need it. And we'll just put it in a cell. Hmm. Where are we at? Doesn't look right. Oh, look at that. There's 2 oranges. There, now it's happening. They're done. Two activity detector covers. Forget these canisters. Yeah, they're just assembler. They'll just go on their own. And we're almost done. The control computer is another annoying thing, though. Gonna hope there's polyethylene left over here. Nice, we still have more. I already have a bunch. We don't need that. We'll just let it go. There's no harm in it. Already made auction collector and fuel order? No, we haven't done that. Actually, I don't need an oxygen collector right now because Soy gave us unbreaking 20 oxygen tanks. So we'll just need fuel loaders. This is not bad at all. Yeah, unbreaking works on the tanks, so that should last like genuinely forever. My unbreaking 3 tanks on my single player world lasted me like an eon. Like, this is one of my favorite recipes in the game. The keyboard requires like 104 buttons. Mending oxygen tank. If that works, it'd be hilarious. I don't remember if it loses durability. I think it does. Oh no, that's in the tooltip. I'd be very surprised if mending worked on them like that. I don't know if I'm finishing this. I'm running out of steam. 11 o'clock. I gotta go to bed soon. See if I can power through it or not. Well, I need to smelt more aluminum, so it's not looking good. Well, we have a little bit, thankfully. This is a problem I plan to solve very soon, by the way. Like, most likely on Saturday. We're gonna passive a ton of resources. And also potentially upgrade the power again. Oh, you know what I can actually do? I can go buy some aluminum. They sell it at spawn. That'll hold us over. Yeah, that saves me some time, actually. The price. 2 per 3, that's fine. Not bad. I made myself rich from selling bees right now, so I'm willing to drop a little bit. I think Soy owes me a stack of Singularity coin, but I don't think he paid me because I gave him a lot of bees. There, aluminum solved again. Oh yeah, I need to solidify some PTFE. Tank is, oh no, it's not empty. We're good. Tank is almost empty. Actually, the problem is there's no copper. I swear we had a lot of copper that we like just got. I guess not. I can finish the rocket engine. Landers are done. Almost there. All we need to finish is the rocket computer. I can do it. We're gonna make so many buttons. Being productive in Greg is you being productive in studies and vice versa. It's like a better way to keep your brain active than like most other gaming hobbies, I guess. It's better than like League of Legends. I think this will be enough buttons. Program this microchip recipe. Have I ever accidentally made electrum foil? Looks like a no. I do think the circuit assembler is already on circuit 1, but let's double check. Yeah, it is. So 2 of those should craft pretty easily. This needs to be an assembler recipe and a clean room, by the way. So I'm going to move my assembler here for 1 second. An assembler with polyethylene. You can do that. Excellent. It's everything for the computer. Gonna move this assembly machine for a moment. Can't wait for voice in League. Yeah, I really don't want to play the game if there's voice chat. Hey. Where am I? I like teleported somewhere by accident. Okay, the control computers are done. I didn't complete any of the quests, by the way. I was just doing it. Which is probably going to be annoying. Fix later. I think I can craft them now. One rocket. That's two. Alrighty. Yeah, that works. You just offhand it like a beast, bro. Alright, we got the job done. Thing called like the launch pads or whatever. I didn't make those. I'm out of slots in the implosion compressor. Did I lift off? No, not yet. We're saving that for Friday. Okay, .12 seconds each. Okay, this will go to my manual craft chest, and then that will be everything. Wasn't bad with auto crafting. Like I said, typically I feel like you don't have auto crafting before you make the rocket, because like normal people get titanium from the moon. So we're doing things a little bit out of order. It's all right though. I think the only thing from the moon that we really need if we even need it, is the tier 2 rocket for Mars. Get tungsten. I think there's meteors to get tungsten, though, that we don't technically have to do that. I'd have to look. It may still be necessary to get, like, things started or something. I've not looked that far ahead. I definitely... Actually, I can get tungsten for free from the end tree, which I probably should do. I'm going to need to, like, really quickly rush tungsten steel once we get to that point in the game. There's still a lot to do. A lot of things to improve. Yeah. I think I still need a fuel canister. I think you need to put this in a canning machine or something. Yeah. I'll just do that. Oh, he's putting more stuff down. I didn't even notice that these like windows are here. Interesting. Okay. Objective completed. The rockets are done. We're prepared on that front. So tomorrow I should be chilling. I might do some editing or something. And then Friday will be the big day. Then Saturday, I don't know what I'm going to do. I have to see. Probably in a few seed project. Until then, guys, thank you all for watching. I will see you next time. It is time for me to go to bed. Yeah, I'll catch you next time.